Hi everyone, Thelma here of Seasonal Crafts and Creations. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you a Dollar Tree DIY. I'm going to be showing you how to make this gorgeous gnome wreath and this gnome bow to go with it. So without further ado, let's get to crafting. Okay, for this project you will need a 14-inch wreath from the Dollar Tree. You will need some ribbon. I have some from, the small is from the Dollar Tree, and I have this one. I picked it up from Walmart. It's only $7.98 for 40 feet. They had all different kinds. And I have red from the Dollar Tree. It's the wired, and it is the see-through. You can get the kind that's solid color. And this is from last year's stash, but I picked this up at Dollar General, and I'm using it because it's clear with the snowflakes on it. And you will need, I have two of the green, red, and white deco mesh. And you will need to cut, I'm doing 6 right now because I'm going to fit in between here and here 6 of these rows that I'm going to show you how to make. And it might take more, so we'll find out after the 6th one. Now get you a ruler. It can be one of these or just a regular school ruler, and put your mesh at the end and go up to 6. I'm using this, or you can use scissors. And again, just go up to 6 and do 6 of them. And we'll find out again, like I said, it doesn't take long at all to cut these. It's real easy to get them off track, so make sure you keep it flush with the end of your ruler. And if there's any frays when you open up your pack, just cut along it until it's straight, and because you don't want it to be unraveling at the end. And if any starts unraveling while you're working on it, just take your scissors and just cut that out. If it happens, I'll show you how to do it if you don't know. Let's see, I need 3 more. There's 1. Let me know, you don't have to do a gnome one. You can do Santa, an elf, a snowman. And you will also need a sign, which I have. This came from the Dollar Tree. And this is the sign that I'm going to put on the wreath. Let me count these again and make sure I have 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 1 more. Then I'm going to show you how to put these together. Alright. Now I pre-cut these stems here, chenille stems, for a different project, and I had extra. But all you have to do is, as you can see, it's half. It's just bend it in half. That way you have the same size as this one, and just cut it. And you can get like 5, 6 of them together and do it at once. That way it's not taking up so much time. Okay, I'm going to take a red one first. And all you do is just roll it. Roll it right up. Put it between your fingers. I'm getting a white one to go in the center. and then a green one for the top. And then after we put it on, the next one will go green on the bottom, white in the middle, and red on the top. We'll keep switching back and forth that way. And all you want to do, make sure it's even in the center and twist it about 2 or 3 times. Get your wreath. Put it on these 2 center ones right here. Put this one in between the first and second, and then this one in between the third and fourth. And then flip it over. And there you have it. Fluff it up. Now if you have any frays, go ahead and trim them as you go. If not, you're going to have a big old mess. And by frays, I mean unraveling. And this Dollar Tree mesh is real good at unraveling. I mean, it gets the job done. But if you have a store in your area that it's better quality and you have the money, I'd go ahead and do it. But not all of them unravel like this. Okay, so the next one, you do green on bottom, white in the middle, and then red on top. And you just keep doing that. Just like this. And again, cut any frays as you go. It's just a lot simpler. But like I was asking earlier, let me know what type of wreath you're going to make and what sign you're going to use, and ribbon. Let me know where you get your ribbon from if you don't get it at the Dollar Tree. I know you can get some good at Walmart, and sometimes Dollar General, they have it in. Excuse me. But you have to be precise at getting down there, because when they put theirs out, because it's only like, some of it's $1 a row, the big ribbon, and some's $2. But then the small narrow ribbon, like I just call it small narrow, but the small ribbon like this is normally $1 at Dollar General. And I know you can get some real good ones at Hobby Lobby, but it's so far away from where I live. But anyway, just keep going, and then the next will be just like this one. It'll be red on bottom, white in the middle, and green on top. Okay, this is what it looks like all finished. It takes about 9 bundles if you go by 6 inches mesh for each section, which is from one wire here to the other one. Now, if you're using deco mesh cut at 8 inches instead of 6 inches long, then it won't take as many in each section. But it's all up to you if you want to go 6 to 7 to 8. You might even want to go 10 to make real long, big, and it'll cover all this up too, and make it just one great big wreath. And make sure you go around trimming any loose mesh. That way, as it's unraveling, you want to get it done. And next, before we go on, I'm going to show you what I'm putting in the giveaway contest for this week. I have from, I can't see the name of it, but it's a hydrating paper facial mask, watermelon and sweet mint. And then I have a facial mist, watermelon and sweet mint. The box to it was all beat up and there wasn't any more. So I went ahead and got this, but it's brand new. And then here's the facial toner, watermelon and sweet mint. And this is what I'm putting in the giveaway for this week. And I'll put more down in the description, the contest, how you can qualify for it. I've lost my train of thought there, I'm sorry. But I'll just leave in the description the rules and how you enter. Now, to finish up on this, you will need whatever sign of your choice. Now take this and turn it up and turn it around on its back. Now it is very time consuming getting all these mesh rows rolled up and then put in bundles, and I advise you to, before you start on your wreath, to go ahead and do the bundles, and then where you do like one that's green, white, and red in that order, and then tie it off, put that in one pile, and then the red, white, and green in one pile, and then the green and red and white in another pile, and you just put them in that order and then start over. But it'll be easier than throwing them all in the one pile and rummaging through it. It's just less time consuming. Okay, I'm first checking this to see how long we need the chenille stem on the back so it will tie into the wreath. Let me see here. It would probably be better yes, you can use one. Now get you a piece of little cardboard or something, and I'll show you a little trick that I've been doing for years. Make sure this is in the center. Get you a bunch of glue and then stick this down in it, and then get you some more glue and put on top. Now I'm just going to cut off a little of this, and you might want to get your finger protectors. If not, just be very careful because you don't want to burn yourself. You can take anything and push down on it. And as you can see, it's coming out, so that means it's getting a lot of the paper, which will hold the chenille stem onto the back of the sign. Set that aside and let it dry. Now we're going to work on a wreath. Now I have red from the Dollar Tree. This is see-through, but you can get the kind that's not. And I have the snowflakes from Dollar General. It was only $1. And then again this 40-foot gnome ribbon. Now you need your ruler again, and if you don't have one of these, just use a regular school ruler, or you can do the hand to elbow, but we're not going to make one that big unless you are making a different one besides the gnome. But anyway, let's get started. I am only going about 7, and then that means you go on up to 14. Alright. Let me get that. Now they had other, at Walmart, they had other ribbon besides the gnomes here. Alright, now just go over until you've got 3 on each side. Keep filling it in. Not filling it in, but unrolling the ribbon and getting your little bow on each side here. Like I said, you want 3 on each side. And this is my very first DIY of Christmas for 2021. Okay, now let's count. 1, 2, and then this side needs more. This one is 1, 2, 3. So we just need to go over one more for this one. And go ahead and cut. Get you a chenille stem, but first measure this and get it just even on each side. Now crunch this up. Now you can cut just a little bit on each end, but I don't do it. I can't get it right. I end up cutting too much on one end and not enough on the other, and I keep running my ribbon, so I'll just stick with this. But if you know how to do that, go ahead. Okay, now let's see. Now you can see that's even. Bring this back up and just twist it. Well, let's leave this going back, and I'm going to show you how to add some tails if we need it. Now we're doing the red. Now, we did 7. Now we're going to do 6. So that'd be up to 12. That's a 6-inch ribbon bow on each side of the center. So you know if you got 12, you're doing it. You're making it big enough. I know I'm real slow, and I'm sorry I'm making bows, but I can do it, but it's slow on me. And then with my shoulder and my neck hurting from my accident, it just makes me a little bit slower. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite of wreaths that you've ever made and bows. I'd like to hear from you. Okay, let's count these. 1, 2, and then that's 2 on that side. 1, 2 on that side. So let's just go. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Now, let's count here. 1, 2, 3 on that side. That's how you do it. And you skip the one that's the little, you don't count this one. It's got to be 3 on each side, or 2. So we're doing 2. Make sure here, 1. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1, 2, and 3 on that side. Now just take it and cut your ribbon off. Now this is why, see how that's smaller than this one. Now make this one go catty corner at this one. Twist it tightly about 3 times. And then let's do the clear one, the see-through again. Let's do it about 6, so it would be, well, 5, it would be 10. And you can make your ribbon, your bow, as long as you want. Just where I started out at 7. If you want to start out at 6 or 8, whatever, you can do that. And just keep going, and let's count. 1, 2. Let's see if I have enough ribbon here. Move that over a little. It was uneven. So what you do is you just push it over a little. Now count 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1, 2, 3. Now, make sure it's even. Crunch it up. Make this one like that. Twist that about 4 times. Now I always take this and do this, and then twist it. That way it keeps them all nice and tight. Alright, now let's fluff it. I always bring this over. Twist and fluff. That's all you do. And once you get it on your wreath, you'll have to re-fluff it. So these take a lot of fluffing. Your bows do. Let's do this. I love big bows. The bigger, the better, in my opinion. Trying to get that loose there. I just think glitter and different colors and stuff looks real pretty on bows. And I used to make a DIY where I make bows and show y'all how I make them. If y'all are interested in seeing that again, just leave me a comment, let me know, and I'll start making the DIY Thelma's bow again. Just fluff that and keep that little one down inside, or you might have to cut it off. And then you fluff again. What you're doing is just getting it started on your fluffing for when you put it on your bow, on your wreath. And just take it and twist and fluff. Do the same here. Now for the gnome one. I love this gnome one. It has like 1 gnome, 2 gnomes, and then 3 gnomes. And then it starts over. Okay, now just fluff it again. Now get your wreath and your sign. Turn it upside down. Take it and just tie it onto the center wire. And you're going to have to get a little bit more wire. I'll show you how to do this. I was thinking we would have to make this a little longer. What you do, just cut this in half and take it and twist it just like you would on the back of your mesh, putting it on or putting it on a ribbon. On bow. I keep saying ribbon instead of bow. Okay, so just twist it and now before you connect the other one, make sure it's center. And it looks good to me. So now just take it and twist it. And take it and just twist it around over and over about 2-3 times. Now, excuse me. There's what that looks like. Now let's get her bow. Bring us up just a little bit so you can see the bow. Alright, now take it and I want to connect it to the little topper here and get you a chenille stem just in case. Okay, we have a little bit left over from this, so put in whichever way you want your bow to go in and just tie it on to the top. That way there's no glue in. You don't have to worry about putting it in the wrong spot. And I'm just twisting it about 4 or 5 times to make sure it stays. Alright, now just refluff your bow. And make sure you get it the way you want it, going all the way around. Try to blend and mix the colors together. Now do the other side here. Again, make sure you twist and fluff it. And I think if you put tails on it, it'll be too much and it'll cover up the gnome. So we're not going to put tails on, but we are going to just fluff these real good. Alright, now I have a little gnome that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I think it blends in real good with the stripes on this. Okay, and I'm going to put him right there. Now I'm not going to glue, but I am going to take some some gold, because it's either gold or green, and I'd rather have a lighter color than the green. I wanted silver, but I only have one here. And maybe one's all it needs, but I think all I'm going to do is put this up under his little hat or under his beard. That way you won't see it. I'll show you if I can get my thumb on it the right way. There we go. Now just lay the beard back down, brush it down with your fingers. Make sure this is even. Now just tie it around. And get a good grip. Go down in there and put one on each side of a wire. And then we're just going to tie it in. Might take a minute to get it in there. There's one. It's better to have a different color too, that way on the back it's not getting all mixed in with the chenille stems that you already have. Now, make sure one is on one side of a wire and the other one's on a different one. That way it's one's here and one's here. That way it's got more support to hold it. And do it kind of tight. Now just fluff your bow again. All you have to do is that. And again, you can make a smaller bow. I didn't mean for mine to be so huge, but I like big bows. Okay. Let me bring the camera up so you could see. And here is the gnome wreath. And the second DIY is the bow. There you can see that. And it's going to need a little bit more fluffing after I hang it up. But this is what it looks like hung up. Again, just refluff it after you get it hung up where you want. And there it is. Alright, I want to thank y'all for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you like this DIY, give it a big thumbs up. That would really help my channel grow. Share the video with people you know. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell right next to it. That way you won't miss any of my future uploads. And by subscribing to my channel, you will be entered into the contest. And just leave a comment letting me know you entered the contest. That way I'll have your name so I can put it in the contest, in the drawing box. Alright, thank you. You have a good day.